the second stream of the night. You know, we out here doing the big guys. Thanks for being here. Sorry for the wait. Actually, I'm not sorry for the wait, but you niggas knew how it was gonna be. But regardless, man, thanks for you guys for being here. Today, man, I had a show with my brother Super Slide 75, and he talked about guys who travel overseas. The title was Guys Who Travel Overseas Are Incels, right? And so my brother right here, Aaron Farris, he wasn't really feeling that topic too much. So he hit me up. May said he got to give the other side of the story. He had some things he wanted to say. So he's off today. So I want to give him an opportunity to speak up for the Travel Brothers. And we're here with the brother Aaron Farris, man. I'm going to let him introduce himself. What's going on, Aaron?
Man, what's going on, man? What's happening with your O'Shea?
Man, I'm just trying to get rich like you one day, brother. But
Nah,
for the people who don't know you, man, go ahead and tell them, you know, because you do have content on YouTube, and tell them what you do and all that good stuff.
Well, I am a filmmaker down here in Atlanta, Georgia, man. I do a lot of work in the industry, cameraman, producer, video editor, but I also travel the world. I've been pretty much through South America. My favorite spot right now is Brazil, but I spend a lot of time in Dominican Republic. That's like my little safe haven. You know what I mean? So,
all right,
yeah.
Okay. Talk to me about, man, the show, because you are in the, because the Black Manosphere has your travel brothers out there. Shout out to brother Keith Lamont. You got the finance guys. This travel sector is starting to get big. You got brothers like Yes Jonas. You got Taylor Made Dreams. You know what I mean? Shout out to Charles Tyler, rest in peace. You got all these guys that do the travel things. You got the Black Man's Option, which that was Charles Tyler, but now you got Alan Harper and Al Grease and them doing the tours and stuff. What did you think about the show that I did with Super Slide 75 tonight?
Man, I thought it was a lot of disinformation. I thought it was a lot of effeminate talking points from somebody that probably wasn't well traveled to a certain degree, who may have traveled. I think he said he's traveled to Brazil. I don't know if that's true or not, but I couldn't even listen to the whole entire stream, man, because he was saying a lot of things that just was disingenuous, man. And I don't know the reason behind it, but I'm not saying this is Super Slide because I don't know Super Slide situation. But I've been hearing a lot of brothers hating on brothers traveling, which is the most effeminate thing I've ever heard in my life. Because why are you even concerned what a brother decides to do with his time and resources? See, O'Shea, you got brothers here, man, that's in like a perpetual state of paralysis by analysis. They want to sit there on a live stream and talk to you about all the problems with the Black community for 6-7 hours straight, right? But then you have a brother that gives you a solution and say, hey, man, these sisters over here got this shit going on. They love brothers over here. You might can build something over here. They ain't trying to rip your family away or nothing like that. They don't have the government necessarily backing them, and they're a little bit more genuine. They've been kind of produced to be a productive counterpart to you, and they have a surplus of women over there. But you got your brothers who's like hating on that for some whatever reason, because it's just like they want you to sit there and stay in the Black community and date 40-year-old single moms all goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? Which is the most counterproductive thing you ever can do in life, in my opinion. And it's very dangerous. So if you're an older brother, we know in the States, it's kind of like, an unwritten rule that you kind of got to date people, women around your own age. Whereas overseas, as the girls in their early 20s and their prime, they love older guys.
Right.
So I'm not sure why another brother would be hating on that. Because that's what it sounds like.
Let me shout out to Dr. Deacon, Eric P. to O'Shea's Penthouse, and you got a trigger for what up, Doc? Let me talk to you about this, man. Before we kind of get into some of the different points, but you personally, because you've been to all these different places, what got you, brother, from from being a person that was from the ATL? What got you wanting to travel? What got you wanting to go to different places and seeing different parts of the world and doing that kind of stuff?
Rest in power to Charles Tyler, man. I had a point in my life, O'Shea, when I was looking at a lot of BS online. I went through like the whole pro-conscious thing for a little minute, and I still got kind of ran through by the sisters for a second. I was on my pro-Black stuff, and I was like, okay, this is just gang. This is just what I'm saying, losing resources. And Charles Tyler gave a solution.
Okay,
so I was like, let me, I'm looking at his brother videos, and then I'm in this group, the Black Man's Option.
Right.
So I'm like, man, let me see what I'm the type of guy that I gotta see if it's real. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, It can't be real. Like I heard Brazil was dangerous. I heard Brazil had AIDS and drugs. They were favela wars. So I'm like, man, this brother's out there every other month, loving it.
Right.
So I went out there, man, and it changed my life.
What happened when you shout to brother Pharaoh Edmondson? What happened when you went out there, brother?
Well, when I first went out there, brother, it was a little bit of a culture shock.
Okay.
Because it's almost like it's not third world necessarily in Brazil, but I would say it's second world. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
In comparisons to the United States. Because I come,
Mhm.
you know, from the burbs to a certain degree. I spent my time in the hood, but for the most part, I lived in the burbs. So in America, we have all this nice, glitzy stuff. So when you get down to Brazil and you start leaving the airport, you like, I'm asking Alan, like, what's that on their roofs, bro? He's like, that's their water tanks. And you know, it's just an opposite world. So at first, if I didn't have another brother to kind of show me the ropes and kind of like guide me in the right direction, I probably would have been well, like a lot of brothers do, and just stay in their hotel room because it's just like, man, this is different. But I started seeing all the beauty in the environment, and I also started seeing all the people being genuine. Like it's get the gringo in Brazil, but it's not as you know what I'm saying. It's a little bit more laid back. They kind of feel like you part of the struggle as well. So the people were beautiful, man. The women are gorgeous. I mean, I went through all the little spots, and I just felt really comfortable. I felt more comfortable in Brazil than I do in the States up the street at the Texaco gas station where all the homies at. You feel me?
Let me shout out to brother Rain Clark. Shout out to brother Gregory Wyatt, bro. Good to see my brother in here. Thank you for the donation to Rain in the PayPal. For brothers just in general, right? That and I know brother Gregory Wyatt just came back from Nigeria. For brothers who think that, you know, they've been told like, you know, don't go here. Let me ask you, did your parents or did your family, when you told me you was going to Brazil, did they try to talk you out of it or something like that? Or
my mom was concerned, you know what I'm saying? My barber hit me with this crazy ass, like, bro, I don't think you should do it. He's like, man, I'm just, you know, I'm fear for your safety, man. I don't know if you know, go out all the way out to Brazil. That shit, a whole nother world. I heard it's a lot of, you know, fighting and warring. And so I thought about it. I was like, man, I just paid $900 for this damn ticket, though, bro. I ain't the type of camp to cancel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at, I'm like, well, he's like, do you know anybody out there? I'm like, well, I'm looking up with Alan Harper, this guy in the Facebook group. And he's like, man, you know, I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? It might be a setup. I'm like, bro, I'm not a multi-millionaire. Why would somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a lot of disinformation going on. So yeah, I got a little bit of that, but I ended up going out there, man, and I ended up loving it. Had the best time of my life, one of the best nights in my life. And it was legendary, bro. And everybody not went with, but everybody that I met out there, I still talk to this day.
Okay, all right. Thank you, brother Rog the Outlaw. Showing support for the master. What up, brother Julian? Good to see you. What up, Roast Master? Let's talk about this, man. Cause Sly, he said that a lot of brothers, they're going overseas because they just can't make it in America with the girls. They just don't have what it takes. You know what I mean? If you had what it takes, you wouldn't need to go overseas and date chicks. You know, you niggas is lame. They don't like you. It's not the women's fault here for that. What would you say to that kind of, you know, those talking points?
I would say he is out of touch with reality right now in the dating world. He's talking about the 90s. It's 2019, brother. We got to get off that macking stuff. You feel me? Like these days, women are concerned more about that bag and what they got going on. That's just real. You can listen, I'm good with women, bro. I ain't gonna, you know, I'm not trying to brag, but I've had my fair share. You know what I mean?
Okay.
A lot of times the juice is not worth the squeeze, dog. And the brothers really want something a little bit more genuine, you know. I work out with this actor. I'm not gonna say who the actor is because I don't want, you know, put his business out there. But he's in one of the TV shows on TV right now, bro. And most people would say that, you know, he shouldn't have any problems getting women. You feel me? But he goes to the Dominican Republic as much as I do. And he's in Sosúa in Puerto Plata. You got NBA players doing the same thing. Why, bro? These are supposed to be the alpha males of our communities, right? The brother tall, light skinned, got a six pack, but we in the gym and he asking me about Sosúa and Puerto Plata. Like, man, when you going back? When you going? I'm like, brother, you know, why you ain't smashing these? You know, the girl, you in Atlanta. He's like, man, I ain't studying that shit. I like, you know, I like going to the DR too. So that's just a bad talking point right now. Brothers want something a little different, man. Something a little foreign, something a little exotic, and they want to experience something that's a little bit more, in my opinion, productive to them. You feel me? Because sometimes you can get in the States, and when you cross over that 25 marker, it's a lot of women that's been hurt, and they're playing games. You know what I'm saying? They'll waste a lot of your time and a lot of your resources. Not all. You got some good sisters out here. I'm just saying, in general, it's a lot of games being played. But if you go overseas, it's just so much about the man because it's a patriarchy and not a matriarchy. So it's a big difference on how they view you. They just view you valuable as a male for the simple fact that, you about your, first of all, if you're a black man and you travel in the world, you got to have your stuff together. You know what I'm saying? In general, you got some travelers that just get the hell on and be struggling a little bit. But for the most part, a lot of brothers that's traveling have their business together, O'Shea.
Yeah, you got to, yeah.
You feel me? You got your passport, you got your money in your account, you got your credit cards, and you got to be able to organize and link up with different people in order to learn how to move out there. And a lot of brothers actually fear to do that. They just don't want to admit it. So when Super Sly was talking, I heard like a little bit of, first of all, I heard a lot of naivety, like he didn't really know what he was talking about. And number two, I heard just an ounce of maybe fear. Like, man, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Well, he sounded like that guy in the neighborhood, like, man, why you going out there, bro? Nah, come and hang and drink this 40 with me. You know what I'm saying? We can look at Big Buddha Brenner all day from across the street. And another brother like, nah, bro, I want to see something different. And Super Sly sounded like that guy that don't want you to leave the porch because he's comfortable with the porch.
Let me shout out to Farrell Edmondson. Sorry, I've been slacking on sending my weekly ties. Digging O'Shea, all my brothers out there travel and explore your options. Shout out to you, my brother Farrell. He from ATL too, man. Shout out to my brother. Let me ask you this, man, because you said that some black men, and you make a good point. They're brothers that travel, that are at the top of the top of their game. They got a lot of money. Superstars, rappers, or whatever. But you said that women in overseas. Do you feel in general they're more genuine than American women?
I had a conversation with a brother today, and he was like, the women in America have PhDs in game. You feel me? The women overseas are like elementary school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you getting fooled and finessed by a woman in the DR, that's on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Really, in general, if you got a little game, a little gumption about yourself, you really will run circles around these foreign women, especially in Colombian women and Brazilian women to a certain degree. But you don't have to, because it's just like, listen, I'm down with you, I'm riding for you, and you got to recognize that, because you still got women out there that will waste your time. I mean, you still got to be on your P's and Q's. Don't be a sucker. I have seen guys wife up working girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. I wouldn't do it. If a girl enters that game, I'm not dealing with her. We can be friends at most. But you got a whole bunch of women in the DR, in Brazil, in Colombia that love black men, bro. Why not explore your options? That's all we're saying. And I don't understand why you got brothers like Xander Coach Clutch throwing that negative stigma on us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, but brothers is not going out there trying to look for no kids, man. That's
you mean
crazy.
You mean Sly or Xanatos?
Xanatos Clutch said it on the stream as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he said it on what stream he was on? He was on one of them streams, man. Oh, your brother. What's the brother in Minnesota name again? I'm sorry.
Solo TV 84.
Solo TV 84 stream, yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Wake the Hell Up. Passport is the Bible, a lot of tools that come with it. Thank you again, brother Rallo. Let me ask you this, right? So you know I gotta ask the question. You said that the women are a little bit more genuine and nice, whatever. And somebody gonna say, well, the reason why they like black men, it's not because they like you. They like you because you got a passport, you got money, you got resources. They really don't like you like that. They just like you for what you can do for them. What you say to that?
Use it. Use it. Use it. If you're going out there looking for love, you will find love, but it's going to take some time. You're not going to go to Brazil and then in 2 weeks have a wife. You know what I'm saying? Some guys look up like that, but for the most part, man, use that edge. There ain't nothing but an edge to me, because I'm trying to have fun anyway. So if that's the case, yeah, that's like saying to a certain degree, like a big booty woman be like, oh, he only want to use me for my booty. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. You feel me? It's traveling and doing your thing, man. It's really some grown man shit. You feel me? Like it's really for older guys who can handle the games that come with love, because it's gonna always be a game.
Shout out to Dollar Washer. Stop giving the F what women and weak dudes think. Do what you want to do. They want you to be rich, happy, safe, sane. Thanks,
Sure.
Dollar Washer. I appreciate you. So, I mean, let me kind of get back to that though. Like, Sly, you didn't mention this. A lot of guys that go out to these places in the DR and Brazil, they'll complain about, okay, I gotta go out to Charts native Negro. I had this chick from Guatemala, reptiles was hanging on me. That's when I found out there's people with low self-esteem. Shout out to my brother, Native Negro. Dang, he donated on PayPal and on this. Shout out to my brother, man. So people gonna say this, right? You out there in Brazil or the DR or whatever. Okay. Brothers will complain about black women in America all day and say that the women don't treat them right. Then you go out to the DR or Brazil or Colombia or the Philippines, and you still not with those women. You out there just doing the same thing that you would do in America if the black woman would let you do it. So you pretty much niggas are just sex tourists that do that. What would you say about that argument?
Man, I say brothers can do whatever they want to do with their resources. You got brothers that do it for different reasons. I was with a brother in Brazil that was tricking off like you wouldn't believe, bro. But he had went through a rough divorce. I didn't know that until another brother told me, and I understood. I'm like, damn, this dude want to do it every day. Like, god damn, bro. But, it's whatever you want to do, man. It's some grown man ish. Like, why when white men been doing this shit for hundreds of years, bro? No other white man's worried about what he's doing with his time and his money. So when I say that, man, I say do you, bro. Like if you decide to go out there and trick off a little bit and it's budget better than doing it in the States, then that's a smart move in my book. I'm not here to judge another man on how he get his thing, wet. That's not my place, bro. I mean, if you want to Mac Daddy, if you want to Mac Daddy these old ass tricks, chicks out here, man, go right ahead, bro. But a lot of dudes that be doing that really are miserable and they really hating right now. They really hating.
Uh-oh. Life is too short. Don't settle for second rate. Look who's here. Shout out to Superstar 75. White men don't make a big deal out of it, unlike y'all. What I say to that?
I mean, I've talked to white dudes all the time that talk about nothing but traveling. So I don't know what you're talking about. It's like it's a few brothers with some travel channels on YouTube, but there's hundreds of white dudes with travel channels on YouTube. So what is he trying to say that white men don't make a big deal out of it? Like you talking about traveling? I don't understand what he's saying.
Yeah, I think he means that. Like, I think he's saying like that black dudes are the ones that are okay, because you have these dudes that kind of talk about, you need to leave America, stop messing with black women in America, go overseas, is much better. I think he's talking about those type of dudes.
I mean, white dudes say that as well. You got a lot of white guys that got their own situations up there in the DR and their own businesses. They do it too. Y'all narratives for sex. I mean, so what? If it is, who cares? Okay. Big deal. You a man. You supposed to want to have sex. What you want to do? Play chess and checkers with your homeboys all day, bro? I want to club. Traveling is one thing. Y'all narrative is for sex. Yeah. Okay, I'll take that. Cool.
Yeah, let's talk about that, man. Because this whole situation of brothers traveling to, because I ain't gonna lie, because I talked to you when you start talking on the phone when I went to Brazil, right? And it was very interesting, right? We got we have a common friend based off that trip, but
yeah, for sure.
Talk to me about the situation, right? Because what some brothers gonna say is you're not getting it in America. So you have to go to these places to actually get what you want. Like, I know I talked about that before, but is there some truth to that? I know you did mention that you have, athletes and stuff like that, but on average, do you think that a lot of guys who go to the DR, Brazil repeatedly, These are guys who are not, for the most part, able to get what they need in the United States on average.
No, I don't think that's true at all. I think a lot of brothers can get what they want here. Well, not exactly what they want here, but a lot of brothers see that the juice is just not worth the squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they're going overseas. And a lot of brothers don't really trigger. I know brothers that go over there every 2 months because they got a girlfriend in the DR. There's a lot of brothers that got relationships going on in the Dominican Republic. So no, that's not really no, that's not true.
All right, his brother with some Arabic right says Super Sly is a low-key bummy dude who lives with his mommy and has the same room since kindergarten.
Well, damn.
All right, thanks, brother, for the super chat. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not here
Sly gonna get you, man.
I'm not even here to insult that brother. I'm just saying that his information is wrong, and I think he realizes it's wrong because even in the quotes he's making, it's not really making sense. Why would you be worried about a brother going overseas to have sex? That's his business. Mm-hmm. You don't have to listen. When you're a Black American man, you don't have to pay for it. You're paying for it for convenience and speed because time is money. You're not going to be there a long time, dude. When you go to Lapa and you walk up in Lapa on a Thursday night, and them chicks recognize that you African American, you can ask your boy Obi. They own you, bro. They're gonna be on you. So people have different experiences and different allowances when it comes to women. If you're good with women in the States, you're gonna be extra good with women overseas. All right, if you're not that good with women in the States, you might easily get a girlfriend or a wife overseas. So either way you go, you're winning.
So let me ask you this though, right? Shout out to the B. Oh, that's my brother in the building. What's up, bro? I'm gonna call you soon.
Where you been, bro?
Man, he out there smuggling them collard green sandwiches from state to state, man. You know my brother got everything popping, man.
Yeah, I rock with simple.
Yeah. We supposed to do this show called "You Got to Charge the Bitch," but I'm just waiting on him. But let me ask you this though, right? Because and it's funny when we talking about the about the trigger, about the then the pimp coming in the bill. But anyways, let me ask you this though, because here's the situation, right? Mm-hmm. All right, why don't I did a video on this? Why don't these and this will probably be Sly's point. Number one, you guys are not bringing those women back to America because you're afraid that when she come back to America, she gonna see that you ain't shit, and you actually, because when you go over there, you have the U.S. passport, but back here you ain't shit. And if you brought her back over here, she gonna see you ain't shit and not fuck with you at all. And then number two, those women that you're complaining about, the women you getting in the DR, shit like that, those women that you're getting over there, nigga, I gotta stop smoking this fake weed. Those women that you got over there, they're not. Those are women that even the guys out in Dominican Republic don't want. Those are guys in Brazil don't want. All right, because they don't have anything to offer their country. You guys are just fucking the bottom of the barrel bitches. So why are you complaining about American women?
Well, I mean, I know brothers that's messing with. I kind of understand that point to a certain degree.
Okay.
And I heard a white dude saying that you're not going to get the top tier, women in other countries. But that rule doesn't apply to Black men, bro. We also have some amazing brothers. Like brothers gonna be funny. Brothers can dance. We always know how to kind of, what I'm saying? Like in general, man, I see a lot of brothers dating some top tier women in these other countries. I know a brother that married a lawyer in Brazil.
I saw that. Was that in Charles Tyler's show's video? That dude?
Yeah, that dude.
You still with her?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'll be seeing them still posting stuff on Facebook.
Okay. He live out there now, don't he?
Yeah, I believe he lives out there. Then you got another brother that's in my group, Black Man Travels, as well as the Black Man Option. And he has a beautiful wife out there in the DR. I don't exactly know what she do, but I know she do something pretty big out there. So that's not really true, man. If you want to go out there and mess with the, low-hanging fruit, you can't. It's your business to do what you want to do. But if you in Puerto Plata, you in Santo Domingo, Santiago, you're going to run across some beautiful women who have their stuff together and they already just looking for a good man, because in general, man, a lot of guys in these countries, they got women all over the island. You know what I'm saying? And they just love, doing what they do. They still some good brothers, but they just do what they do. The Brazilian dudes and the Dominican dudes. So when you go out there, man, they almost have a surplus of really good, beautiful women. So if somebody got a surplus, you can go in there and snatch you one, dog. And you can bring them back to the States. That's not true. You can bring women back from the States. I don't suggest it. I wouldn't do it because I don't want to live in the States. But I know brothers who brought a Brazilian woman back. You know what I'm saying? That right there has a lot to do with that particular woman and more likely her maturity. So if you bring in a 23-year-old dime back from Brazil or DR, you might have some issues when you go to the club, bro. You know what I'm saying? She might get a little loose on you because she's young and she's immature and she's decided to be somewhere else. But if you get a 30-something, 30-plus woman from Brazil and the DR, and she's coming to you, you shouldn't have no issues. If she's a woman 30-year-old plus still trying to wild out, then you pick the wrong type of female, bro. Because most women gonna be settled. Most women that you bring back from these countries will love you and do what she's supposed to do. Because my dad's best friend, like I said, he's with a Brazilian woman and he had no issues. But they don't go nowhere. You feel me? So it's all on you, bro. It's all how you want to manage your women. That's on you. That's your personal thing. Personally, I wouldn't do it. I would try. We'll come back to the States, but we'll probably have a property overseas somewhere. Like it's nothing to build a house in the DR. You can build a house for the low in the Dominican Republic. So we'll be in that house, and then the advantage of that is you can have a woman in the DR and you can have a woman back here. You feel me? You can really do your thing as a black man in 2019 with your passport and your resources together. You really can live a great life, bro.
Let me shout out to him in Cecile, Dominican Republic. He says, crab fly. Why does it matter to you what the next man does with his time and money? If he wants to travel, let him live his life. If that makes him happy, he is not harming anyone.
Shout out to Cecile, Dominican Republic.
So
Richie Rich.
Yeah, big Richie. Does Super Sly make any points though? Is everything he's saying wrong?
Yeah, basically. He don't make
everything. All 100%.
100%, bro. 100%. Because he shouldn't even be that right there. Shouldn't even be entering his mind what another brother's doing, bro. Like it's really none of his business, to be honest with you. But if he is concerned about it, like, bro, you're talking backwards here, bro. You moving backwards to a certain degree. Why are you upset that brothers is living their best lives, man? You want us just to be miserable? God damn, let's enjoy ourselves. Why when black women were going to Jamaica for the last 30, 40 years, didn't nobody say nothing? Not even another black woman. Or black males for the most part. But as soon as brothers started to get a little light, in his life. Because in America, man, the world is tough out here in the States. Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? You got to really be on your square. And now you got you got brothers that can work hard, do what they're supposed to do in the States, and they can spend a week or two in these other countries and really enjoy life, man. Traveling is the best thing. You travel extensively, bro. You know how you feel when you get off that airplane and you exploring something new. It's the best feeling in the world, especially for a black man.
Let me do this. Philbrizzo, from my experiences, many Asians and Arabs love African American women. They think that we don't like them. These are college women, professionals, 1935. Thank you so much. Matt Blaylock, wasn't Sly the same guy that said he wouldn't date an American woman again? The hate and hypocrisies were all right. So let me to Sly's point. He did say travel is okay, right? Like he not hating on that, but he said like a lot of guys that go overseas and complain about American women, but just going over the seas for sex. But then they're the same guys who complain in America because the women won't let them fuck them like that. I think that's what he's saying. Like it's okay to travel, but then like don't be disingenuous about why you traveling. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's what he's saying.
I mean, I'm talking to a beautiful red bone. I mean, Brothers Beach we still do our thing in the States for the most part. I mean, that I know of. I mean, I'm talking to a beautiful little red bone right now. And this is the first time I actually admitted to a woman that I travel like that, but she cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like women, these younger women, they realizing what it is right about now. You know, older chicks back in the day, you say something about Brazil, they go the other way. Like, oh hell no, this motherfucker got this shit together for real, for real. Nowadays, she's like, oh I want to go out there too. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog. Well, I'm in Atlanta. I don't know how it is in other places, but in Atlanta, you ain't gonna have no problems dating women, bro. You gonna go out to Family Dollar and the grocery store, and you'll pull 2, 3, 4 women. I mean, it's as short as a men out here. A lot of guys are broke-handed. A lot of guys are locked up.
Broke-handed.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. I mean, it's a lot of that out here. just being real. That's gonna work in your favor.
Okay. So let me talk about this, right? Because let me ask you this. Guys, when they go, let me just say this. I'm gonna go back. If brothers are getting okay, you can get a woman, but to have a woman really be doing okay. Foreign women are doing something obviously that women in America are not doing, because you can pull those women and stuff like that and date them, but there's a reason why brothers are going to Brazil, Thailand, those places, whatever, Africa countries and stuff like that. What are the foreign women doing that women simple to be crazy? Let me put what he said on here. Simple is fearful of ladies in the 18. What are foreign ladies doing that American women are not doing? Let's start there.
For the most part, man, it's just they're very feminine, and a lot of brothers are like we love that because we don't get a lot of that. I mean, a lot of our women, they think like guys, they walk like guys, they speak, the women over there are beautiful, they're submissive, and they're very feminine, man, and they throw their ass off in that kitchen. When I was in Brazil, brother, it was not one woman that came to my apartment that didn't immediately start cleaning up and immediately start basically serving me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're really concerned about their men in these countries, man. They feel like they haven't done a good job as a woman if you sitting there, you know what I'm saying, waiting for something to get done. They're looking at what you need. You know what I'm saying? If you drinking some water and you put the glass down, they might come and just bring you some more water. They're serving you. And a lot of brothers not used to that, and it's the most best thing in the world, man. It's just femininity, basically. But if you brought some of them women here and they got a big time corporate job, they would lose some of themselves in that. So
all right, well, let me say that because you I gotta address that. The corporate job, they would lose some of their selves, right? Yeah. And guys, thank you for all the support of the show. Make sure you like the video. Josh Quick, I met a black girl named Becky in Germany about 3 years ago. I did the 40 meter dash away from her. LOL. Let me say this. All right, but I basically it's simple. All right, bro. I want to ask you this, right? Because black men are saying that the women are feminine, and what I got to say is controversial.
Okay.
But then I'm gonna say is this: well, if those women are feminine, that's because they're men in those countries. Right? I heard this before. Brazil and Dominican Republic, they have their women in line. You weak ass niggas don't have no authority or build anything for the black women here, and that's why she don't treat you the way that these women treat brothers over there, because they men know how to do stuff for their women, and you would get the same treatment in America if you weak ass niggas will be doing the same thing that those men are doing. What would you say to that argument?
I would say that the government came in the 70s and just chopped all that up, brother. Like I say, that was back in the day. I mean, the government is the big daddy to them for the most part, man. I mean, in Brazil, if you get out of line, you can literally beat your woman halfway to death. So a lot of them are going to be in line. It's fear for the most part in a lot of these countries. We ain't going to really, I don't want to throw my foreign brothers over the bus, but women are in line because a lot of men don't play no games, and that police ain't coming and for no domestic violence call. They just not.
That's true.
They just not. So that we can't really have any authority over our women to a certain degree. You know what I mean? Like, it's difficult. You can, but it's very difficult. These women got their own jobs, they got their own situations, and if you get in a little light argument, they calling 911 on your ass. They're gonna lock your black ass up every time, bro. So a lot of times it's just not even worth it to even try to, I hate to say discipline your woman, but I'm just gonna say put your woman in the right direction, because women are very emotional and sometimes they go overboard. A lot of times they put their hands on you first, and if you strike them back, you getting locked up. If you're in these third world countries or second world countries, they're not going to dare hit their men, because they men can easily knock their ass out and go take some lemonade somewhere. Ain't nobody going to come for them, and they know that.
That is true. Hating on Richie, hating on travelers is like a grown man in the restroom looking at other men's giants on the low. Even
Okay.
my Superfly blocking me in the chat because I put that switch on them.
I
Uh,
don't even see what Super Sly saying in the chat. Let me check him out.
so let me see here. Yeah. So let me ask you this: do you think that black men, I mean, as far as the beauty, right,
Yeah.
overseas? You know, I've been to Brazil. I've been to the DR. Is it are the women, even the black women in Brazil? I don't know if you've dealt with any of those, but how are the black women in Brazil and the black women like from Haiti and the DR and stuff like that? How are they in comparison to black women in America?
Black women in Brazil are like very aggressive. You know, I was accused by two sisters that I only want the white Brazilian, which is basically light skinned women, which wasn't true. Salute to you, brother. Uh, they, from what I can see, man, they're very beautiful. A lot of them wear their natural hair, and
Yes, a lot of that in Brazil. That's for sure.
yeah,
You don't see no weaves.
yeah. But you see a
You
lot of weaves
hardly
in
ever see
DR.
weave, man.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I didn't see not one.
They know themselves. They just really down for black family, in my opinion, in Brazil. I would love to marry a black Brazilian woman. That's what I would definitely go for. Like I say, they're very aggressive because in Brazil the tables are turned. You the dime piece. You know what I'm saying? So you get in there, you just like, baby, I just got in here. Like, let me just. And it's, you know what I'm saying? They real physical. They're letting you know that I got a video, brother, that there's like 4 black women. You know what I'm saying? They look beautiful. They're exotic, and they really choosing hard on me and my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Because we something different. We American, and they love that.
Mhm.
So the DR is a little different. In the DR, you're gonna see hella weak. You know what I'm saying? So genuinely speaking, I've talked to some Haitian sisters, man. The Haitian women are cool. I know my brother Roy, his girl is Haitian. They down too, bro. Like I don't have an issue. My ex girlfriend Haitian, so I'm familiar with that. That culture to a certain degree. I got Haitians in my family. So yeah, they pretty cool, man. You know, shit, they down to earth.
Is that one dude that had that fat girl in the video that I was going in on that day in the Facebook in the group?
You talking about yeah. He pretty cool though.
That's his girl, that big ass girl.
I don't know if that's his girl or not. It might be. I'm not sure, man. You know, you know what? I would say this about the DR, man. In the DR, brothers got women. Like it's so many flings in the DR, man. You have a different girl every 3 months in the DR, bro. Like you don't need to fall in love in the Dominican Republic unless you want to really, do that. I've had what three women in like the last 6 months in the DR. Like it's cool, man. It's a different culture. It's like it's the island, bro. It's island fever. Everybody hopping in each other beds. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, do it. It's whatever, bro. Whatever out there.
Let me see the shots of brother Armand Rice. Man, I don't know if is there anything else that I didn't talk about that you wanted to address. What up, Dr. Mike? Dr. Mike, you know who Dr. Mike is, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, he in the Philippines. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
watching his videos, man. He give a lot of good information.
Yeah.
I traveled to the Philippines one day. I found out I was mixed with Filipino. I took a DNA test and I got some Filipino in me. I don't know how that happened, but
How much?
like 3%. So I'm
Really?
like, yeah, I'm like, what the hell? Like, where that come from, grandma? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, he didn't.
So I
Whoa.
was just messing around, man. But yeah, brother, like I say, brothers, join my Facebook group, Black Men Travels. We always chopping it up, man. We, off the chain in there. So a lot of information is being exchanged in Black Men Travels, the Facebook group as well. So
Yeah, I'm gonna pin that up. But let's talk about man. That's an interesting group, man. Lot of brothers. Let me ask you this: have you ever found anybody that because of your group, they finally traveled outside the country and now they're like, man, I appreciate what you did and all that stuff?
oh yeah, I get testimonies all the time. I posted one in the group of a brother that went through a divorce. It was a tough divorce. I think he ended up losing his house, and he got his stuff together. And through the information through the group, he went to the DR. He just wanted to have some fun. He said he ended up meeting a little young lady. I don't know if she's, I don't know the situation with that, but he's happy, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of brothers I know that haven't traveled and when you get information from other brothers, you're at ease a little bit more because brothers is telling you how to move in these countries.
Mm-hmm. What about like traveling alone, man? Shout out to keep us on mind. Boogie committed. What is that? What's that? Fratricide? Or I don't know what that is. How do you pronounce that?
Fratricide on Sly. I don't know what
I don't
fratricide
know.
means.
Yeah.
That's a little lingo.
Yeah. Talk to me about traveling alone, and because a lot of brothers might not be really used to that, or traveling by themselves. How do you get over that? Over the fear of going to a different place, new that you've never been, stuff like that.
My suggestion would be to hit up some brothers and these travel groups, get some information, get you maybe a nice, cool, you can get referred to a tour guide. You always want to kind of go out there and, link up with somebody that speaks your language, your native tongue. And, be careful. Always research the laws of the land before you go out there. Sometimes it'd be the most simplest thing that might get you banged up. Follow all the laws, extremely. And be on your P's and Q's, man. Try to exchange money in the right places. All the rules in the black community apply overseas, triple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, places like the DR is really easy, man. You go to Sasua, you're going to meet tons of brothers from DC, New York, Brazil as well. Language bonds you when you're overseas. So you would definitely, they can tell you're American somehow, they can smell that you're American, bro. So, I'm not familiar with traveling in Africa and Europe, but I would suggest just like I say, just to find some type of tour guide or link up with somebody that's been there that can refer you. Like in your situation, I think you said you went to Kenya and you linked up with a guy. Things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fratricide is win. Soldier kills another soldier, left him for dead. Shout out to you, brother Keith. Lance, women overseas give us a treatment our granddad was getting back in the 40s.
True. Very true. 100% correct. 100% correct. Because in the 40s, you had a lot of stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home wives in the 40s. You didn't have to bust your ass to pay, $3,000-4,000 a month mortgage. Everybody's working, everybody's doing what they, out here for self, and it generally hurts the whole family structure, believe it or not. So in these third countries, you do got women that got really good jobs.
Definitely.
Yeah, then you got the women that, like in the Dominican Republic, a lot of women. Let's be honest, a lot of women don't really want to work; they want to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? If you take care of a Dominican woman, you really ain't gonna have too many issues, bro. Like she's gonna take care of you the way you take care of her. So, yeah, man. A lot of brothers is looking for that because we need that. We really need that, man. And you know how George Macon was talking about, we need to be wiping up single mothers and all that. I don't have a big issue with that. Do what you do. But in my opinion, if you're gonna do that, man, it's more plausible to do it overseas than even here because the single mothers don't even really respect what you got going on over here. You feel me? So that's just my take on it, man.
Okay. Shout out to brother Turf in the building, man. Damn, all these trolls, bro. Yeah, man. So, anything else that brother that we want to talk about? Tell them about your YouTube channel, man. The movies you're producing. Talk to them about all that, brother.
Oh yeah, right now, man. Like I said, Atlanta is like the Black Hollywood right now. We got this television show we're working on called Sin for Deeds that'll be out in Halloween. We're doing a lot of work, man. Atlanta is like the stomping ground for a lot of entertainment, movies as well as music. As far as the YouTube channel, man, we have 2 YouTube channels. You got my personal channel, Aaron Farris YouTube channel, but we also have a channel dedicated to Black Men Travels as well. The channel for the Facebook group. So we have a lot of information on that as well, man. So right now, man, just making movies, doing productions, television shows, commercial stuff like that, and traveling the world, man. Shit, the best of times, and not listening to people when they look criticisms, because they need to focus on themselves and worry about brothers that's doing what they're supposed to be doing out here. Because at the end of the day, O'Shea, you got a lot of brothers that work extremely hard for a very long time and didn't really receive the love that they should have received from the quote unquote Black community. So now you got brothers that have different options. remember Stanley from Friday? You know how they Stanley from Friday, right?
Yeah.
So Stanley got a passport now. And
Stanley got a passport.
He got a passport now. And Smokey on there like, what you doing, Stanley? Where you going? You want Stanley to stay and get, picked on and all that bullshit. But now, brothers is getting the hell on, man. And a lot of people are upset that these high value men are leaving leaving and going other places around the world and establishing businesses, buying real estate. I mean, this is a great time to be alive as a black man because in the 70s, 80s, 90s, we didn't have that option. Our dads weren't traveling like that unless they was in the military. But we heard those stories from the military. They was always saying that Germany was lovely. You like, what? Germany? Man, I love Japan. Brother, you been to Japan? And they would always give you these great stories about, because we thought, we grow up thinking that everybody's racist. Like, nah, don't go to Japan. They kill black people. They eat people in Africa. Brazil, they'll shoot you in Brazil. Mm-hmm. Now, because of the internet, we get the information. And brothers is exchanging the information and exercising their option.
Okay. Shout out to Perfect Storm. I'm headed to Kenya on the 9th. I'll keep the group informed. Hopefully, I don't run into the favorite money like I posted about earlier.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of that going on. And he's, I don't know how it is over there in Uganda, O'Shea, but when you see the money, you be like, my first thought is like, damn, this is some easy money to, bootleg, counterfeit to a certain degree. But in Colombia right now, I think a lot of that's going on right now. You got a lot of counterfeit money being circulated. So definitely exchange your money. Don't exchange your money on the streets, fellas. You're going to have a lot of guys, especially in the DR, they're going to have wads of money saying exchange. Don't do it. Wait, go to the hotel or go to the bank or somewhere. Just don't.
You go to the Forex,
Yeah, go to Forex shit.
Yeah. So, and also, you don't have to worry about that in Kenya because Kenya just got a new shilling. Mm-hmm. So, the old ones are out of circulation in October, but most of the new ones are going to be intact. And I have some contacts in Kenya, man. So I was there like what? Because Uganda is based out of Uganda, and then now we also have the Kenyan version. So I have some people out there. If I actually hooked up Marcus Brown when he went to Nairobi. He hooked up my brother John. He went, kicked it with him. So, people need help. Just let me know.
Is there a difference between Kenyan women and Uganda women, or are they kind of like similar?
Nah, I mean it's different. Thank you, Trevor Curvy. These shows keep you waiting on the road. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my brother out of Britain. 10 British pounds. It's different, man. Ugandans are more docile, I think, than Kenyans. It's just more laid back. Mm-hmm. Kenyan people tend to be a little bit more aggressive. More. They're more like American women than Ugandan people. Ugandans are not like that. They're not like high strung. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what's up, man. Would you marry a Ugandan woman or a Kenyan woman, or neither? Like, what would you do?
I prefer to marry African American, but
really, what? Okay.
Me personally, yeah, because it's different for me, man. Cause I live outside of the United States. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then I've been to overseas, like, I'll say this: African women to me, they're not as romantic or like loving as like women in Americas or like South America. They're not really like that.
Really?
Yeah, man. They're not really.
I mean, I've heard different things. I heard
in
that
the bed they kind of, they don't.
Basic?
Yeah, man.
What? With them big ass booties?
Yeah,
how you basic? Like,
ask anybody who's been with a girl in Africa, and they'll tell you. Anybody who's been to Africa and had a girlfriend you had been intimate with, you'll know there's a big difference between them and women in America, or them and women in South America. It's not even. Yeah.
So
they look good, but
on a freaky scale between 1 and 10, what would you say?
2.
No, they don't give no fellatio.
But it's not like that, man. It's just you know what I mean. Yeah, for the most part.
See, I've heard about they like white. It's true they like white guys and all that shit. Like they go crazy on the white dudes.
Yeah. I mean, but they cool, but they're not really like. They ain't like African American women or women. They're not like sexually liberated, which is good, I guess. But that's not really like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Women in America are more loving, are more affectionate. African, if you like that, like affectionate women, Africa, for the most part, women are not like that.
Yeah, I heard.
Don't mean they're not good women. That's not how they are.
I talked to this Ethiopian woman, and she was telling me that when her ex-boyfriend went to America, he came back asking for favors like that they don't usually do out there. Basically,
Oh,
fellatio.
yeah.
And she was like, "Where you learn all this from? Like, what's going on?" That's how she knew that he was cheating over there, because in that culture, they pretty genuine. You know what I'm saying? They pretty honest with each other. And so I asked her, I was like, "So you don't do it?" She was like, "Well, in America, you got to do it if you want to keep your man." So it is what it is. America, we the '70s liberated us, brother.
Yeah.
But Brazilian women, I tell every brother, I said, man, you ain't had sex till you had sex with a Brazilian woman, bro.
Man, they take about 45 showers too.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, not that I know, but that's what I've been told.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, our little friend, she was cool.
Yeah.
Our homegirl, she was all right. She was cool. The homie, she's the homie.
Man, that's a story, man. Oh shit, I can't. Can I tell it?
Yeah, man. Shit, why not, man? We black men. We can do what we do.
So look, man. Right. Shout out to brother Matty Goes. Right. In the building tonight, nigga. I'm in Cambodia. Just got this channel up. He's living in Cambodia. I'm sub. Check his channel out. Yes, Jonas in Brazil right now. Shout out to Rallo. So thanks, Matty. So check this shit out, right? I don't know how me and Aaron like started talking or whatever, like on Facebook Messenger or whatever. Maybe he's watching my videos or whatever, but we started talking. And I started talking to him about going to Brazil. This is like right after Charles Tyler died. And he had sent me a picture of this chick. He's like, yeah, man, I was dealing with her in Brazil. I'm like, man, but she like her booty fake or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't see the lady's face. I just saw, what she had on or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, man, her booty fake or whatever. No, man, her booty ain't fake. So I didn't think nothing of it, right? So I'm in Brazil or whatever, and then I'm talking to Aaron, and then talking to Aaron, talk to my man, Ill Wills. I think he told me to go to the 4x4, and I went down there. That shit was crazy. So one day I went to this little bar called Mabs. And anybody knows about Mavs and Copacabana. Matter of fact, I was talking to Sinful to P that night. I on the phone when I was getting ready to trick. I called Sinful to P. How Sinful to P get in this goddamn story? Remember, hey, hold on, we're past it. Hey, Sinful, remember when I was out there about to trick it off and I called you nigga? Remember? He probably don't even remember. Yep, he probably gonna be like, nah, Shay, because you gonna call me, she call me Shay. Shay, I don't even remember that. But
I'm like, how does that work though? How do you talk to a pimp? Like, what did you say about
I was telling him about the hoes out there. Pimps want to know what the hoes is out there doing. And wherever the hoe is going on, pimps want to know.
Right.
What is hitting for? What's up?
What they hitting for?
What's the hoes looking like out there, Shay? I was just telling him that, and then but I saw somebody come in with I'm talking about dog. It was a fat ass, and she just was standing. I said, Simple, I gotta call you back, right?
Yeah.
So her ass was so fat. You ever see one of them asses so fat your heart started beating real fast?
Mm-hmm.
And I walked past her, and something was like, man, go talk to her. But I was like, man, no. So I walked by.
Yeah.
Then I sat back down, and then I looked, and the bitch was standing up.
Yeah.
So I walked by again, right? She looked at me, I looked at her. And she was still standing there. And it was a bunch of other raggedy ass bitches standing there. But I'm like, okay. They doing the same thing. So I walked up over there to her. Eventually, my heart was because I'm talking about this her fatter. I had not seen an ass like this since I had been to Brazil. So I walked, I said, hey, can I buy you a drink? She was like, drink? She's like, sure. So she came back, right? So I already knew what time it was. So I hit her. I said, how much to take you home tonight or whatever? She said, she agreed to do it for 300 reals. Mm-hmm. Is that did I get overcharged?
What's 300 reals? I don't think.
I think it's like $80, something like that.
No, 300 reals. No, that's
something like that. So basically, she came back, and then we had the Bible study or whatever.
Right.
Read the 23rd number of Psalms. Right.
Yeah.
So when she took her drawers, I mean, when she turned the first Colossians, the first chapter, I saw that she had this tattoo, and it still didn't trigger it to me at the time, right?
Right.
So it wasn't until like I'm like, wait a minute. Then I think you had messaged me, and I was like, the next day. And then I went back, I looked at it, I said, man, bro, do you know somebody named Beatrice? He's like, yeah, man, that's a chick. I said, oh shit.
Yeah, man.
So man, we end up praying for the same girl. You see how God worked.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, we prayed for her.
Yeah, man. She was a joy to study with, man. She was a joy to study with.
And the study was so good, I went back and studied with her 2 more times.
You too? You too?
I felt bad. I'm like, man, I went and told her, I'm like, man, you know my boy Aaron, man. She was like, yes. I was like, man, that's my partner.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, okay. I was like, what you doing tonight?
You see how you do? You see how you do me? Hey man, we had a
oh man, yeah.
She was mad cool too, bro. Like she was chilling, dog. She was cool.
I tricked on her, nigga.
Did she smoke?
No. You tried to give me to buy her some shoes, and I blocked her. But when I go back,
all you need is a little plant life with her, and she in the game. You ain't got to pay her nothing.
Yeah, you told me about that. See, I don't.
Yeah,
but she was thick though. I ain't gonna lie. Like she was beautiful.
All right, so you think it was real?
No, I don't think it was real. But
what? How, bro? You should be able to feel it if it ain't real.
I don't think it's real. But I would definitely trick on her again though. If I go back,
I think it's real, bro. But I've been told I don't have a good fake.
I should post it on post it on Patreon maybe. Let me. I'll post it on Patreon tonight, y'all. Let me.
Oh, you got video footage?
Hold on a second. No. I ain't on the way.
Oh.
So yeah. So we basically got that. But yeah, man. So
I might have some footage, but I don't know if you can show that on Patreon, can you?
You can, because I got an adult account. So
okay.
I don't have no footage. I know you sent me some footage, but let me see. Hold on. Let me look at her. These hoes ain't shit.
You about to show a pic?
No, I ain't gonna do it right now. I'm looking at all the pictures you didn't sent me. I didn't. Hold on.
Fellas, y'all want to see it? Oh, I don't know if you want me to show the pic.
No, don't send it right now, cause.
Okay.
Wait.
My shit froze anyway.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this one. That's how I knew. Yeah, it was her after the fact. But I posted it on Patreon. I still got it. But anyways, anything else you want to say, brother?
Nah, like I say, this once again, man, fellas, go ahead and join the group, man. Black Man Travels, bro.
Yeah, man, Black Man's Travel. So
well, we be out there. I see you be getting into it with brothers in there all the time, man. I'm like, damn, what's going on?
Man, that was because the nigga was stalking me, man. Did you go to me? Who's that punk ass nigga I talked to you about, man? Nigga be stalking me and shit, bro.
I didn't know the backstory. I didn't know he was doing all that, bro. I was wondering what was going on.
Nigga came in there and just tagged me, whatever. I don't even know that nigga, man. Like that, bro. Why are you talking to me? I don't know you, nigga. He gonna tag me. Why does O'Shea Jackson have a problem with interracial relationships, nigga? I ain't got no problem in it. Like, why you talking to me?
Where did that even come from? I'm like,
weirdo. I don't know that nigga.
Yeah, that nigga. I mean, you don't care about what dudes do. Like, what the hell?
I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't be caring.
Yeah, we don't discriminate around this thing.
Yeah, niggas, you want a reason to talk to you and shit, but just be hella afraid to talk. Man, stalker ass nigga. Shout out to go ahead.
I know brothers want to see a picture of her though, man. You gonna show it on you? Because I'll show it in the group if you don't show it.
Yeah, go ahead, show in the group. Go ahead, show the group.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you the little picture of it. Maybe y'all can tell me if it's fake or not, because I don't think it's fake.
I think that it's fake. But
hey, but O'Shea, you do know that you got the I don't know if you saw one, but you got some real deal native Brazilian women out there, like I think it's like the Taiwan or something like that.
Tainos
or something like that. They built like that though. They got super fat. They're the most beautiful women in the world. But you really see them, yeah. So maybe she had a little bit of that blood in her. I don't know. I mean, whoever did her work, he needs to be over here because he'll be making a lot more money because that's some good work. That's some good work.
Yeah. So man, wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
One quick question though, bro. So
Yeah.
I'm just shocked about the whole African women thing. So right now in your travels, if you had to pick a foreign woman, where would she be from? If you just had to, if like push come to shove, you got to date a foreign woman or marry a foreign woman.
Yeah.
What would you pick?
South Africa.
Okay. Over
Then,
Brazil.
well, see, with the Brazil thing for me, like I'm gonna say like this, because I've been living in Poland for so long.
Yeah.
And Polish culture, and when you live in a place that's foreign to you for a long time, and like you can't get somebody's jokes, you can't get somebody's humor. That's kind of tough for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought that I might like that kind of thing, but then when you realize even dating women from Africa is like, all right, they don't really get this. And in Brazil, it's such a big of a language disparity. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
So that would be a hard thing too. So I don't plan on learning no damn Portuguese like yes, Jones. I'm just not gonna do that shit. So that if it's somebody that can speak English and knew more about, then that would be different, right? But for the most part, man, you go to Rio de Janeiro. I've never seen a world-class city where don't nobody speak English. That's one thing I would say. If you go to Rio de Janeiro thinking that folks speak English, you're sadly mistaken. Like damn near nobody speak English.
And they look just like us, so it throw you off. You be like,
yeah, man, you be looking at a nigga like, yo, what's up, Rallo? You be like, what?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Man, they don't speak no English, bro. Like, if you talk about a world-class city, like Rio de Janeiro is a top 20 city in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And 99% of the motherfuckers don't speak English, dog.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be the hard part about it. You got to be
like not one word, bro. Like not one word.
You all in the whorehouse on the Google Translate, girl, how's that dick? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, basically. I mean, you at church.
Church. Sorry. Not me. I don't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. And then you have to like prep for the trip. Like some dudes actually really studying Portuguese before they go, like 6-7 weeks before they go.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I'm not trying to do all that, man. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? I go to, the South Africa or go to, whatever. I could just instantly start communicating. At least I have something in common. With Brazil, if you don't speak Portuguese, man, it's hard.
It is.
It's hard.
It is.
Man.
And they really try to communicate with you too. And you just constantly on your phone.
Yeah, man.
And that can kind of, I feel you though, bro. Yeah.
It's hard to even get a SIM card for your cell phone, man. Like stuff like that, man. It puts a like luckily the dude that picked me from the airport, not at the what's the other airport, Dos Santos. What is it called?
So you won that gig? You went to another one?
No, I flew out of gig, but I flew into Santos Dumont.
Oh yes, I'm not familiar with that one.
So I flew to Santos Dumont, and then I got lucky because, well, one of the chicks that she was a Afro-Brazilian, black like me, dark skin like me. Mm-hmm. She actually called me a Uber. She was real nice, right?
You were telling me about that.
Yeah, man. She didn't want to let me holler at her though.
What?
But hey, but anyways, but she was nice enough to call me. Her name is Mariana. Her name is Mariana, right? Real cool. Mm-hmm. She called me an Uber. The Uber guy happened to speak English. He was a dude that was like driving Uber, and he was in law school. Mm-hmm. He took me to get a SIM card with what's the company, man, out there? Tim. I don't know if you heard that company. Tim Brazil?
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the white guy. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
So I got Tim Brazil SIM card or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was hella hard, like refilling the data and all that shit. Yeah. But he did it. He had to use his national ID to get it. So like little stuff like that, man, like it's hard to do. For me in Brazil, like if you don't know nobody to speak Portuguese, man, like I know Odinga, he can speak Portuguese, but he was like going to Wi-Fi spots to hit me up. Like he would be like, "Yo, bro, I'm over here," and then he would leave for like 30 minutes and shit. He had to go back to the Wi-Fi spot. I just don't like moving like that. Some niggas ain't move like that in Brazil, man.
Right. Yeah.
So I gotta have all my shit together. So I have to hit up Obi-Wan, have him set that up for me before I go, before I come in. Like, nigga, come to the airport with the SIM card,
man.
So, but I ain't gonna lie, that 4x4 though,
that's dope. Yeah, that's dope right there. Yeah,
nigga, I'm trying to. Every black dude got to go there before they die.
You went through the whole service. You had your communion and all that good stuff.
Listen, I went to the choir rehearsal, nigga.
Okay.
So all of that.
Yeah.
But anyways, man. Anything else you want to drop on them, brother?
Nah, that's it, my bro. That's my my dude.
All right. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for coming on, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.